Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Distracted Driving. On tonight's show, take me away, I don't mind. But you better promise me I'll be back in time. It's part 2 of Distracted Driving's Salute to the 80s. Plus, Jay from Behind and viewer mail. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the hosts of Distracted Driving, Ray Auger, Jay Pillarella, and Tim Rice.
Tell me, doctor, where are we going this time? Is this the 50s or 1999? All I wanted to do.
All right,
Welcome
now
to
we're back.
episode 2. The cliffhanger.
That was great. We should have changed clothes.
I've got to change
Yeah,
clothes.
He could have been
It's
Billy,
Zabka.
We're continuing our discussion.
which
of the
might be
80s.
turning into a 5-part
It might.
episode.
You know, nobody said we couldn't do 3 parts with this.
No,
You know,
we run this thing.
The whole reason why I said 10-part retrospective was because I was hoping someone was going to say retrospective, and I'd say that's what I'd said. You know, because that was Goonies right there. And listen,
We gotta
here's-
get in a movie.
again,
Wait, hold on.
more
When we
pictures.
last lost,
Oh, sorry.
When we
You
last
last saw
lost
us.
you, we lost you a long time ago. When we last left you, we talked about some cartoons. We talked about our little action figures that we brought, a little show and tell thing.
It just seems like it was just moments ago.
Right. It's weird. What else did we talk about? We talked about some movie soundtrack songs.
Yep.
We talked about the Fall Guy. We talked about all those great 80s shows.
Trying to
This was
leave the
last
anger
week,
at the
I don't
door.
And Jay had started showing us some pictures, and I want to see the picture of Heather Thomas again, please.
Heather Thomas. That would
I
be,
had that on my wall.
Of course you did.
I had that, and I had the Christy Brinkley.
But I also had the other Heather Thomas. Remember, she had the towel.
Oh, yeah.
And she had the really bouffant kind of going on. And man,
I had a picture of Lisa Hartman.
remind me.
Lisa Hartman Black.
Remind me again.
Lisa Hartman married Clint Black. I think she was on E.T. No, she was on one of those Dallas shows. Or
Oh,
something.
no,
I don't remember what she did, but I had a picture of her in her bikini.
the entertainment shows.
Nah, I don't know. Never mind. That was-
Anyway.
that was
I
a
keep
bad
forgetting though. This is
example.
the opening to the show again. So welcome.
Welcome.
To the part 2 of our 1980s retrospective.
Retrospective. Oh,
Still
yeah.
nothing. You guys won't just help me out with this.
Retroactive.
Rectum pactive. No, that sounds even worse.
Booty traps.
He wants.
It's all about
He's looking for
booty
the reference
traps.
to Goonies,
That's all.
Oh,
which is on my list.
You know,
Let's
just
talk
so I
about
know.
it. Let's just
when
get.
I'm looking at this clock right now, when are we going to start talking about movies? Just so I know.
I would say in about 5 minutes we're going to start
5
talking.
minutes?
It's going to take a long time,
Oh
I
my
think.
God.
do
All
we
right.
want to do a
Let's
quick,
go.
quick conversation about? We asked some questions on Facebook. Are we prepared to talk about any of that
All
stuff?
right.
Oh, yeah.
We need
You wanna
another
do
3
that?
epists. Go
Yeah,
for it.
Let's
Okay.
do that for like 4 minutes.
Get-
While you're looking up stuff, all right. I got a picture right here of Teen Beat magazine.
I'm ready, though.
Oh, then go
No,
on.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
So I got a picture here of Teen Beat magazine. Now, I never actually picked up Teen Beat yet, but here's what they actually had on the cover back then. You got John Stamos. You've got Chachi.
Ricky Schroeder.
You got what's his name? The Karate Kid whatsoever. And you got right here Tom Howell. All right, because back then he tried to change from being C. Thomas Howell to Tom Howell. Now, if you remember C. Thomas Howell, he was actually Pony Boy in The Outsiders, one of the greatest movies around. But as the 80s came, he was trying to actually make a new name for himself. He was one of the lesser known Brat Packs out there, so he actually just kept trying to push the envelope a little bit, and he never got the recognition they deserved. And let me tell you what, didn't really deserve much. He was C. Thomas Howell, but he actually came out as Thomas Howell for a while. I just found that very amusing when I saw that cover.
What
I'm
did
like,
you have for dinner
No
2 days ago?
Kidding.
2 days ago?
Yeah.
Me. Wait, what was 2 days ago?
Me, I had me.
That's my point. That's all I was just trying to. You can remember all this
Oh!
shit
Good
about
one.
the 80s,
Good
but
one.
you can't tell me what you ate 2 days
I
ago.
really don't
I'm
remember.
impressed, Jay. This is amazing.
All right, now then, I got another
How
magazine.
about Rick Schroeder went from Ricky
Ricky.
to Rick?
But I'm okay with Rick Schroeder, but he
Okay.
should have embraced Ricky, because, I mean, it was always about Ricky. You know, Ricky Schroeder. It's like one of our good friends, Ricky Robideau, man. He doesn't go by Rick. He goes by Ricky, because everyone loves Ricky. Everyone's like, I'm kind of worried about Rick, but I love Ricky. You know, that's the way I always thought. We got Metal Edge magazine right here. Now, I know that you probably listen to everything. Oh!
I have an actual magazine.
Do we have
Here,
the
play
actual
with that.
same cover?
Play with. I don't know.
Come
do we?
on.
No, probably not.
It's close.
They're
Well,
all close.
That would be insane if you done.
Hey,
Yeah.
that one's got guys with long hair and makeup. Oh my God!
And it's from the 80s?
Now, you got Guns N' Roses, you got Poison, you got Bon Jovi, you got Zakk Wylde, who back then said, you know what, screw it, I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm gonna put on the spandex, I'm going to put on the hairspray, I'm going to
How is
rip
he
it
being
up.
different from anyone else?
He wasn't being different, but the point is this is Zakk Wylde. He'll kick your ass 7 Ways from Sunday if you actually bring it up again. But the point is back then he did it because he's like, this is the only way I'm gonna get, noticed. Now in the 80s, I have to do this. But you see him now, he's just wearing his leather, he's drinking his Jack, he's up on stage with the wall of doom behind him. He's the freaking man.
They all did that.
I know. I'm not tearing him down. I'm impressed that he actually went through that and said, you know what, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Remember Kiss went disco?
Yeah,
that's 70s. But
and you know what?
No, that may have been 80s.
No, that was early 80s,
It was
wasn't it?
80s.
Yeah.
And no matter what Kiss did, I loved every single last bit of it. My favorite thing was when they tried to do the movie The Elder, and all that came out was that weird soundtrack. I don't know if anyone's seen the movie
No, I never
The
saw
Elder.
that.
You haven't, because
remember
all there was the soundtrack.
I remember the press conference when they took off the makeup.
That was great. MTV.
Yep.
I've actually put that YouTube online before, and it's such like a wait, who is that? Vinnie Vincent? Who the hell is Vinnie Vincent? Who cares who Vinnie Vincent is? But hey, there's Paul and Gene. Yay!
All right, so Jay's going to take a moment to just breathe and
sorry.
recharge. And we're going to go talk to our Facebook people
Is this
who
my
left us some
water?
messages. It can be, Jay. It's yours.
All
It's actually pure vodka, but that's fine.
Now we're talking, there's going to be some movie talk here, so don't jump in yet.
No, we won't.
It's not
So,
our
this is the
movie talk
Facebook
yet.
time.
But some of our friends who commented on the topic of discussion tonight, Barbara Bain Rice, she must be Asian. Best movie of the 80s, The Goonies. Shh.
We're getting a fight over that.
Roller skating parties at Skate Palace.
Where she was not banned.
Jay is, though.
Jay is banned.
Jay cannot go and play laser tag, unfortunately. RJ Sheedy, who just seems to want to win a
says
gift
Pins
card.
is great.
Yeah, because we're giving away a gift card to one of our friends.
In his
tonight.
defense, he does not understand what the 80s were.
He also doesn't read. I mean, it says it right there to what you have to do. Anyway, thanks for listening or watching anyway, RJ. Justin just says, whoo, woo.
Yeah, Justin!
He did write later that I think he misunderstood the question.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I just reread the rules. See, RJ, that's what you do. Scrunchies. He loves scrunchies and neon-colored workout attire. And the Teen Wolf himself, Michael J. Fox.
Brilliant.
Justin Redden, Space Camp. Loves. He's got a
Camp.
thing
Not
for
on my
Leah.
list.
Leah Thompson.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, let's see. We had another
Leah
one
Thompson.
here.
Howard the Duck, son of a...
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck would have been on my list.
Yes!
Yeah.
Best crimped hair in the world, Leah Thompson. Thank you.
Not supposed to.
You got me through many a night.
Lola Stanley, Breakfast Club, Lost Boys, two of her favorites. Bananarama, Cruel Summer, 18 in Life, Skid Row. Anything from Wham and Lionel Richie.
Poor Wham.
Poor Wham.
What are you talking about?
Well, the other guy, what was his name?
Oh.
Paul Beck, very excited to go back to the future.
Who wouldn't be?
I got to listen to the Adams new models from Boston.
You know what? I listened to the one song and I liked them.
They were very, well, actually, I
very
listened to
80s.
the clip, very 80s, you're
Yeah,
right.
dig it.
Let's see, Brian, how can we not talk about the Cannonball Run series, right? Although,
Not on our list.
I completely forgot.
70s? Late 70s?
Nope. that
No,
was
early
80s.
80s.
Is it? Okay.
Yep. Look it
Feels
up.
like a 70s movie because it's got Burt Reynolds.
Again.
Not on my list, but one of my, I like two, but one,
Yep.
one of my favorite
Me and you
movies
have
of all
talked about
time.
it. We discussed it. This is just one of the best freaking race cross-country movies ever made.
Yep.
With an unbelievable cast of characters of all the people that we grew up with and that our parents grew up with. They mixed the two together. Because I remember watching my parents and be like, oh yeah, I like this guy. And I'm thinking, wait, how do you know this guy? You know?
Sammy Davis Jr. and
Dean Martin.
Dean Martin were
Yep.
in it. I mean, and then Sinatra was in the second
Yes.
one. Fat Sounds of Ridgemont High. Todd loves that, of course. Dawn here. She remembers throwing her hair in a banana clip, sporting her acid-washed miniskirt, tassel jacket, and scrunching her socks. The poison tape that her BMX Ninja rapper ex-boyfriend tried to steal from her because he thought the chicks on the cover were hot.
Very specific.
Sometimes,
She's got great stories.
sometimes even a mixtape, a trench coat, and a boombox cranked to 11 couldn't redeem a relationship.
It's true.
Even if her favorite 80s movie gave hope that it would.
God, we should take a moment and let that just sink in.
That was awesome,
That was-
Don. Jeff, let's
like I
see,
wanna
Jeff
cry.
Flash
That's
Gordon,
my
best
Don,
movie
by
of
the
the
way.
80s. John Cusack was one of his most memorable actors.
I'm the poor man's John Cusack.
I
Hey,
said this a while
depends.
back that I do believe that Tim Rice is the poor man's John Cusack. I don't mean that in a demeaning way at all.
I don't take it as a meaning way at all.
I mean that
I just wish somebody would contact John Cusack and let him know that he is the rich man's Tim Rice.
There is a picture of Tim and Barbie from way back. You
Where
guys,
I
you
look
look
like
like
John
you're
Hughes.
straight out of a John Hughes movie.
completely.
Jay says, never
Not
heard
me.
of them before, but I dig them.
Oh, no,
you
that
were
was
responding
me.
to something
Oh,
else.
sorry.
It was you.
Adam once again with his band from Boston there, and Kim loved hanging out in sandpits, drinking cheap wine, cruising around Hopkinton, Ashland, and Framingham with a carload of people, sometimes stacked too high, listening to 8 tracks of Eddie Money, going to concerts like Loverboy, AC/DC, ZZ Top at the Centrum, where you went to see concerts.
Oh, yeah.
And lots of neon spandex. Yeah, thank you very much, our Facebook friends.
The first concert I went to, let's do the first concerts
What
in
was-
the 80s.
yeah.
All right. My actual first concert was the Beach Boys in 88
Okay.
at Grey Woods. And then my second
Afraid to tell you what my parents thought.
concert was actually, I believe, 89, the And Justice for All tour. I was actually 10th row with my brother's girlfriend at the time. And that was just amazing. Queensryche opened for him.
Oh, nice.
Unbelievable show. Unbelievable show.
Beach Boys to Metallica.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I'm saying. That's the contrast that I went.
What about you, Tim?
My contrast beats that.
Whoa.
1986, 85, I sat fairly close to the Barry Manilow.
Barry
Barry
Manilow?
Manilow.
Oh, did I say that out loud?
That's awesome. No,
Yeah.
come on.
He
Barry's
writes the
man
songs.
That make the whole world sing.
whole
You sang, didn't you?
sing.
Yeah.
Mine was ZZ Top at the Centrum. I lived in East Brookfield, so the only
Again,
place to go was
fantastic.
the Centrum.
Yeah.
And then my second one was AC/DC at the Centrum.
There you go.
And then I saw
My Barry
Beastie
Manilow
Boys.
concert was also
Where?
at the
Where did I
Centrum.
see the Beastie Boys?
At the Centrum?
Yes.
Now, just so you know, I did see Metallica and Queensryche at the Centrum because that's where we all went to go
What
see
else
the
did we have?
majority.
Barry Manilow was at the Centrum.
We had the Garden.
We,
But they
never
didn't
went to
have a
the
lot of shows
I never saw one show at the Garden. I only saw him at the Centrum and at Great Woods.
No, I'm just saying that there was
Oh no, I believe
the Centrum.
You.
I mean,
Yeah,
don't
remember when
call
Great
you a
Woods opened?
liar.
That was
I would
awesome.
never call you a liar. But these are the two places I saw.
He was there, so you have your memory wrong,
A
Ray.
band that I wish I saw back in the day was Poison. I saw them recently a bunch of times, and
You
they're
didn't
still.
see them back then?
I didn't see
No,
them back then
I
either.
did not.
Oh,
I
Never
wish
had a
I
chance to
had.
see 'em.
Todd Beauvais and I saw them back
Did
then.
you?
Yes.
Open up and
I saw
say,
Great White
all right,
and
this
Whitesnake.
this album, it's like you saw
Oh.
that on the actual stands, and you're like,
Yep.
how is it even possible not to buy this album? And then you listen to it, and you were like blown away.
Actually,
I
my
love that
favorite was the first one. Look what the cat dragged in.
Great album. Well, they're all good.
No, I'm just saying personally. I have some personal opinions
I
I'd
don't know
like
why
to
we're
make during
arguing
this
about
show.
this. Now,
That you want to keep as your own, right? You don't want them to be
my
judged.
1980s were all about weird science in this one particular image right here that just rang
yeah.
through my dreams
Kelly
on a
LeBrock.
Kelly LeBrock in Weird Science. What do you little maniacs want to do?
Do you have any ink left in your printer?
No.
She became a mess, didn't
Look,
she?
No, she really didn't. She just gained a little bit of weight and she went on like Celebrity Fit Club and then she lost
She
it.
was on.
She was on a
Celebrity
celebrity reality show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she's
She was
totally
on with
sane.
Janie Lane.
She is.
Who again, a very sane guy. Never lost it.
passed away now.
Well, yeah, but
Unfortunately.
But
No,
he got his act together before he did.
Yeah, you know what? Kelly Brock, she was actually a very sane person. She was never who was the White Snake girl?
Tawny Katane.
Tawny Katane. She was nuts as F all right? But still great to watch, especially on a reality show. She was she on Surreal Life, I believe it was? And
I
she
think
was
so, yeah.
nuts, and it was great.
Robert Downey Jr. was in that movie.
Which movie?
Oh, Weird Science.
Weird Science.
Oh yeah, Robert Downey Jr.
And the guy from Nightmare on Elm Street, too.
Yep. Another quick one I got right here is from 1986. The sexiest man alive was Mark Harmon. All right, 1986.
Summer School, not on my list.
That's on my list.
Summer School, I forgot again.
Summer School is on my list. I finally got one right.
Chainsaw and Dave.
Oh yeah.
All right, in Summer School were two of the coolest
the
guys.
exchange student.
In the,
what was her
gosh.
name?
She was actually somebody, wasn't she?
Not
Wasn't that Daisy
Nadia?
Fuentes?
No, I don't think it was.
She went on to have
And
a
Courtney Thorne Smith.
Courtney Thorne Smith was in it.
Smith.
Yeah.
And I remember,
And Rebecca Howe from Cheers was in it.
That's right. She was the other teacher.
No, yeah, you called her Rebecca. So I was thinking, who she became the fat girl, right?
In real life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she made all her.
Very judgmental.
Well, she has a TV show
called
called
like
that.
Fat Celebrity.
Fat Celebrity or something like that. Yeah.
I always thought she still remained a very attractive girl. She just gained a lot of weight. That's all. I remember the hottest she ever was she was in a movie called, I believe, House Guest with John Larroquette.
Yep.
And I remember just being blown away and being like, wow.
All right, we're gonna move. We're moving.
Sorry.
What else you got?
These are my lists that I just made up in general. All right. This is all hair metal right here because I was like, I can't even begin to talk about music. I had to only put down hair metal, and then I've got fads. I actually have fads.
I'm passing these back.
All right. We got.
Only because I have to. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I kind of have to.
We don't have much time. We got Hit Parader.
Remember the farewell of Family Ties? How sad was that? This is awesome.
I
Look
could
at
do
that.
a whole
Look at that.
a whole topic on.
You
family
remember the
ties.
serious episode of Family Ties?
Yes, it was Tom Hanks drinking the vanilla extract.
There was a lot of
Uncle.
No, the one where he had the whole breakdown.
He was on drugs.
Yeah.
Remember? Michael J. Fox.
That was a brilliant episode.
Gremlins. Did you see the Gremlins program
Gremlins,
that I have? How cool is that?
Huge movie during the 80s.
Fall preview from I don't know. You're gonna have to look at the years.
This is People fall preview, and you got twins right on the cover. Not on my list, but I did love that movie.
I brought
Twins.
this crap. I'm showing it.
More Hit Parader. You know, here's the thing about 80s music. You could, and I believe Motley Crue said it, you could still wear more makeup and more lingerie and nylons than your mom and grandmother combined, and still people would be afraid that you're going to kick their ass and sleep with their girlfriends because this was the only decade you could do it. It was the decade of decadence, and it was amazing. Every last bit of it.
The more you look like a girl, the more you got laid.
Yep.
Mad Magazine. Some of my favorite covers.
Spoofing Miami Vice, which actually had one of the best opening scenes as well.
Rocky 4 there. Rocky 3.
Yeah.
Rocky
probably. Indiana Jones and Splash.
Got A-Team?
Oh, this is my absolute favorite cover of Mad Magazine.
Splash was not on my list.
Oh, is that the A-Team dressed as Star Wars?
Yeah. Well, no, it's Star Wars and Mr. T as Darth Vader.
Mr. T as Darth Vader, yeah.
And then, last but not least, I have a TV guide from one of my favorite shows of the 80s.
Moonlighting,
yeah.
which jump-started Bruce Willis's career and just kept what's-her-names alive for a while. Sybil Shepherd.
Kids, these were singles. We mentioned these in the last show as a tease. They had one or two songs on them.
I have a ton of them.
And these are, I should explain, these are cassettes. Let's go there. Let's start there. But they had like one or two songs, and they were called singles. That's Kicks.
First of all, you have a Kicks single.
I have a couple.
That is freaking awesome. No, it's
just
not
to let you know
deal
that my music was diverse in the 80s.
I have that one.
Janet Jackson. Jay's gonna love this one because I know this was on his list. From Revenge of the Nerds 2.
Back to Paradise. Revenge of the Nerds 2. Who did it? 38 Special.
38 Special.
I actually always look up this video on YouTube because I forget that it's actually a whole combination of all the scenes from the movie. It's awesome.
All right, that's it. Now you can talk.
I got
him.
Who, me?
No, you. I'm
should
curious.
say something. I'm curious on how we're going to fit the next segment in.
I think we're doing a three-parter.
Do we just continue to talk about TV shows up until the top of the hour?
He's got a list. He's got a fad list.
All right. You know what? Then right now we're declaring it. This is it. This is going to be a three-parter.
1, 2, 3. I declare a three-parter.
And so
what's that?
Thumb War.
A retroactive.
We're not going to do it, Jay.
It's
out of spite now. I'm just
apparently.
I'm not helping you out.
Apparently.
80s fads. What a great topic.
Now then, all right, and again, we can take a minute or take 5 minutes. Doesn't matter to me.
Jay, you will take 20.
I will step out of this.
No, don't step out. We're driving.
I'm stepping back in.
Doing 50.
Only 47 minutes into the show, he's going to step back.
I can't help.
And now I'd like to say that I finished my first point.
Go ahead.
First bad.
Jay, you're excited.
Garbage Pail Kids.
Love them.
Still around.
Collected them all.
They are still around right now. They actually had a movie during the 80s.
A horrible movie.
Yes, it was really bad. But this is stuff that you just used to collect.
But it came with gum.
Yeah.
And I love gum.
Every pack
still
of
good
cards.
now, I think.
The gum's probably
there's
still
no
good,
gum
yeah.
anymore.
No, but the gum would be good if you still
they
had
have
it.
the original gum, yes. I wouldn't eat it. It'll actually cut your cheek. All right, that again, not a huge thing, but Garbage Pail Kids.
And they were stickers, right? Am I right? They were stickers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Some of them were stickers, but you could collect the whole card. It was a card series.
All right, on the fashion side, we had acid
wash jeans.
Acid wash jeans.
Not as good as parachute pants.
No,
though.
parachute.
Well, for girls, though, the acid wash jeans were good.
I'm not gonna lie, I wore more acid wash than I did parachute pants.
I'm
did
sorry. I'd like to go
parachute
on record right now saying that the most attractive women on the planet are from the 80s.
Oh, I agree completely.
Who?
Doesn't matter.
No,
if you
just-
dress like you were from the 80s.
Yeah.
The big hair, the spandex, the headbands. My God, that was boom. I was dead on.
It was usually tight jeans
Yep.
and a big bulky sweater.
Which is fine for me.
Off the shoulder.
Loved it.
Right.
Yeah.
Off the shoulder.
So there was no midriff really being seen in most cases.
Didn't need it.
No, you
All right.
didn't.
Stupid kids taking this stuff for granted.
For guys,
Leave
we
something
had,
to the imagination.
we forgot. No, there was no imagination except for what I imagined.
They had the one pony coming out the side.
the side
Who
pony.
needed midriffs when we
The
had Heather
side
Thomas
pony.
on our wall?
Right.
That's what we had. We didn't need our high school friends.
Kids, they have it all
Girls.
wrong
High
now
school friends.
with their internet porn.
It was so easy. We had our wall.
We didn't. That was our internet porn.
It was that we didn't have. We couldn't actually just Google anything.
Couldn't Google anything.
Ray, you got one of those Google phones. What you Google? You Google it. For guys, we had mullets and denim jackets. All right.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to Google something.
I thought.
No. See, now
I
we're
forgot
gonna
it was
crash.
a joke. I know.
Now we're gonna crash. As soon as Tim's
Mullets.
gonna actually read his list live, we're going to crash. All right. So we had. I'm not gonna lie. I had a mullet back in the day. It was a rockin' freaking mullet, and I didn't know any better. I know. I've just got longer hair now. I
I
don't
know.
So
but
you had a mullet
you're
recently.
dangerously close to a mullet.
I've.
I had an awesome.
I didn't
mullet.
say you had one. I said you're dangerously close.
Did you have a mullet?
We'll watch over you.
No, it's
Did I?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it didn't grow very well. I did have a rat tail for a while.
Yeah.
I got it at Gail's Beauty Salon in Milford.
The fact that you got it at Gail's Beauty Salon.
Well, that's my aunt.
Oh,
that was
well
nice.
then, hey, I'm sorry. I apologize. We'll edit that part out.
She'll never be a sponsor.
I actually did a throwback Thursday picture of myself with my rockin' mullet, and my then hairstylist and now hairstylist actually wrote to me and said, "Oh my God, I didn't give you that haircut, did I?" And I'm like, "As a matter of fact." And she's like, "Please stop in soon." And I'm like,
I used to
"Okay."
get my 80s haircuts at it was Fantastic Sam's
I didn't realize that was around that long.
over in Franklin Plaza.
Okay.
on our denim jackets.
Oh, I just thought of another movie. Anyway,
See?
go ahead. Sorry.
On our denim
Major League.
jackets. Major
Oh,
League.
yeah.
Not on my list.
On our denim jackets.
87.
Any of the
So-
rockers, any of the people who were just into metal, rock, whatever, we had patches on our denim jackets. But the best thing about denim jackets was it had the perfect spot for a back patch, which you actually, you legitimately put on your back. But it was enormous. It was like this big, and you always pick
You don't
from,
imagine it. You actually put it on.
Future generations are going to use these podcasts
It's true.
as instructions on how to recreate
No.
the 80s based off of Jay's. It's like the anarchist cookbook. Like, this is how you make the 80s again.
Now.
Get a jacket, put the patch on the back, roll a mullet.
I loved Iron Maiden, but even if you didn't, you weren't cool unless you got an Iron Maiden patch because they had some of the best artwork ever
I
in
never
the
had
entire
patches.
music universe.
I didn't either.
I had
But-
camouflage.
But you know what I'm saying
Oh,
about
yeah.
about their art.
Oh, I know what
It's
you're
just
saying, yeah.
Blew you away.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. Anyway, I won't
For
do
the
that 'cause I know
girls.
some people watch this and they're
For the
gonna get-
girls,
I
we
had a
got
lot of pins.
Tons
That's
of
what I
pins.
put on my
I
jacket.
wish I had more pins back
You used to have friendship pins. You remember those?
I do remember friendship.
I didn't have any friends back then.
I didn't have any friends, but I had friendship pins because I'd find them on the
Nice.
ground.
Aw.
Look, everybody, I got friends. I do. Look.
And I had neon laces in my sneakers.
Everyone had neon laces.
I used to wear two different Chucks. Chuck
Two
Taylors.
different
Ooh.
jocks.
Chucks.
Oh, Chucks.
Taylors.
Chuck Taylors.
All right. I thought
different
you needed
colors.
Extra protection.
Because I went through a whole hip hop, a whole hip hop thing in
Phase?
my phase. Yeah, that
Gotcha.
was the word I was looking for. Whole hip hop phase, like freshman and sophomore year. Kid and Play.
Loved Kid and
All
Play.
those guys. Yeah.
Genius.
So I dressed like
Gonna make House Party 2 look like House Party 3.
All right, this is dead air. What happened, Jay? Jay.
No, we got for the girls we had slap bracelets.
He fell out.
We had slap
He got so
bracelets.
quiet for a
and
second.
basically, for everyone,
Slap
you had,
bracelets, yeah.
you had day glow for basically everything else. There's a lot of cops up ahead.
We are
All right.
taking a left.
So, I mean, a lot.
we are not going that way.
But one of the coolest things that came out in the 80s, and everyone can attest to this, was Hypercolor. Hypercolor shirts.
Oh, yeah.
For the first couple of weeks before you washed them about 3 or 4
Yep.
times, and then they didn't work anymore.
You can put your handprint on them.
So yeah, basically, and never wear them to gym class because it shows
You
how much
sweat
you
through 'em.
sweat your ass off in gym class. But of course, everyone was the cool guy that walked up behind the girl and did the whole the boob thing,
Yeah.
and those were awesome. Boobs are awesome too from the 80s. Back in the 80s, we had the biggest hair in the world, be it guys
We're just going to pull over and step out for a
girls.
second. Jay, is it okay?
Sorry.
I gotta pee.
Sorry. I can't
That'd be
help
awesome.
it.
We just pull over, we get out. When we'll check the show out later, we'll find out everything you said.
Aquanet.
Yes.
Aquanet, yes.
I had a girlfriend, and you go
I'm
to,
sorry, Jay, that was horrible.
No, it's true.
you go to her house, and her bureau would have like a thick layer of Aquanet
Just
on
the
it.
coating?
Just a coating,
Like Pledge?
dust, but it was Aquanet. And
used to
her
light
hair
it
was
on
just
fire.
so high.
That stuff's flammable.
We destroyed the Earth back in the 80s.
Sorry, kids.
This was the whole ozone. There's nothing we're doing now actually hurts it that bad. Back in the 80s, there was so much Aquanet that we tore a hole through the freaking ozone layer.
There was a couple things in the 80s that weren't that
Yeah, you know, nuclear war, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, I'm talking about Aquanet.
And nobody ever said, your hair is too high. You
No.
never heard that.
No.
I think your hair might be too big today. No.
No.
It could always be bigger.
All right, so here's the thing that I actually was talking about. I was talking to Dawn, and she was talking about, what was it? Oh, you clicked the thing.
It's all right. Sorry.
So I was talking to Dawn, and she's just like, "What was that jacket that everyone had back in the?" And I'm like, "Leather," and she's like, "No." And I'm like,
members only.
Members only.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she's like, "I assumed Tim had a members only
I had
jacket."
a members only jacket.
I figured you did.
I had a Swatch watch too.
Oh, Swatch watches.
Swatch stores. I mean, there were whole stores dedicated to swatches.
Oh God, yeah. I remember there was actually throw a little weird trivia out there. There was actually straight edge Swatch watches made that are actually worth sick money right now. That any straight edge kids out there that still have them, they're worth a lot of cash.
I worked at Chess King, speaking of clothing and
Chess
styles. I
worked
worked
there in
at
the 90s
Chess
or the
King.
80s?
It was the 80s. It was
Late
in high
80s,
school, yeah.
right? Yeah.
I was there probably 88, 89.
Yeah.
Chess King, but that was a look. I mean, that whole thing.
I was one of your big customers.
Were you? Joey Buttafuoco pants. What they call them?
Parachute pants.
Well, not the.
like
they
the
were like
workout.
the workout pants.
Yeah.
That's all I wore my junior and senior year. I'd wear those big flak. You know what I wore? This was what I wore. It was like those green workout pants. They may have had like some kind of a zebra pattern.
Yep.
And then it was a Bart Simpson shirt that said "Cowabunga" or "Eat My Shorts." I had like 3 of them that I got to choose from
That's
every
awesome.
day.
My mother bought me a pair of pants that had at least 30 zippers on it.
Was that the parachute pants?
No, they're kind of that material, but
Yeah.
they were more Michael Jackson type pants.
Okay.
I refused to wear them. I'm like, I'm not wearing these, but I paid. Like, not wearing them.
Banana Republic pants. That's what I used to have. The ones that actually turned into shorts. They had the zippers
I remember
around
those.
the
Yeah,
legs that you could actually unzip them so you could have shorts anytime you wanted to. It was
For the
genius.
athlete on the go.
Yeah. Yes.
I wore a lot of camouflage
Or
pants.
no, if you wanted to
I
actually
did
go
too, actually.
jungle trekking or whatever, because this was Banana Republic. They had all the leaves.
Chris,
and-
I looked like Chris back in 1985.
I wore kangaroo sneakers
Yeah.
a lot because I always had 50 cents and nowhere to put it.
So you had to put them in the side. There you go.
That's all
Quarter
you
on
can
each
fit in there.
side. That's all you can fit. But 50 cents in 1985, that gets you lunch.
Yeah, that's right.
you look at old pics.
Remember when, speaking of, hamburgers at McDonald's were like 19 cents
Yeah.
and the cheese was 29 cents? Oh my God.
So
Go
delicious.
So you started driving in the 80s.
I got my license in about 87, I think.
So I got mine in 89. Yeah, gas was 79 cents.
Oh, you know what you do? You roll up some friggin' pennies, and that was your night.
Yeah, you go out and drive around.
And you'd ask everybody, hey, can you chip in $2? And everyone would complain. Now it's, hey, can you chip in $20 so we can go riding around for the night? It was a couple dollars.
Ridiculous.
$5, filled the gas tank. Forget about it.
All right, well, we're going to be wrapping up this episode soon, so how do we want to end this, Jay?
Suede and tassels, tube tops, boom boxes, breakdancing, Rubik's Cubes, Valley Girls, banana clips, video arcades, and where's the beef? That's how I want to wrap this up.
We didn't even get to movies. What are we going to do?
We're gonna have to have another episode.
All right.
Oh, throw Mama from the train!
I liked it, but I wouldn't put that on my list.
That would be on my list.
I just watched it the other
Irwin,
day.
you're Irwin's friend. Irwin lied. She hits him with a frying pan. Who are you? I'm friends with Irwin. Irwin doesn't have any friends.
Who was Mama from? What movie was Mama
Goonies.
from?
Goonies.
Of course. She was
I
genius.
thought you'd be more excited about that.
I am
He's
excited.
given up on the excitement for the Goonies. All right, so let's wrap this one up, and we're going to go on to the next one. So stay tuned, right?
Episode 3 coming up next week. See ya. I don't know what that was. That was
We'll edit
weird.
that part. Duh.